cheap travel insurance versus real coverage. Don't get scammed abroad. Let me tell you something most travelers learn the hard way. The biggest travel mistake is not missing a flight or losing luggage. The real mistake is buying cheap travel insurance and thinking you're protected. That one decision can turn a dream vacation into a financial nightmare. And yes, it happens every single day. People love cheap deals. We all do. When someone sees travel insurance for $50, it feels like a win. Click, buy, done. Peace of mind, right? Wrong. That cheap insurance often covers almost nothing when real trouble starts. And the worst part is, you only find out when it's too late. Imagine this scenario. You're traveling in the United States. You're excited, enjoying the trip, taking photos, living the moment. Then suddenly, something goes wrong. You slip on a wet floor, feel intense pain. Or maybe you get food poisoning that turns serious. Someone calls an ambulance. That ambulance ride alone can cost over $1,000. No treatment yet, just the ride. Who's the ride? Now you arrive at the hospital. Doctors do basic tests, blood work, scans. Maybe they keep you overnight just to be safe, and boom, your bill crosses $10,000, sometimes 15, sometimes even more. This is normal in the US healthcare system. There is no discount because you are a tourist. This is the moment people reach for their insurance. They call the company, confident they are covered, but then the questions start. Which hospital did you go to? Was it pre-approved? Is this condition excluded? Is the coverage limit enough? And suddenly, the tone changes. Claims get delayed. Emails stop. And eventually, the answer comes. Denied. Cheap travel insurance usually fails in 3 major ways. First, the coverage limit is too low. $5,000 or $10,000 sounds fine until you step into a US hospital. Second, many cheap plans exclude emergency rooms, certain treatments, or pre-existing conditions. Third, some require approval before treatment, which is impossible during an emergency. And here's the brutal truth. Hospitals don't care about your insurance problems. They want payment. If insurance refuses, the bill is yours. Credit card, cash, or debt that follows you home. Now let's talk about Europe, because this is where many travelers get confused. People think healthcare in Europe is free. That is true for residents, not for tourists. If you're visiting Europe and you don't have proper travel insurance, you will still receive a bill. It may be lower than the US, but it can still wipe out your savings. Another issue with cheap insurance is medical evacuation. If your condition is serious and you need to be flown back to your home country, the cost can reach $50,000 or more. Cheap insurance almost never covers this properly. Real coveritas. So what is real travel insurance? Real coverage is not about price. It's about protection. It includes high medical limits, emergency hospitalization, ambulance services, and medical evacuation. It works when you are unconscious, stressed, or unable to argue with fine print. Real insurance also covers trip interruptions, lost baggage, and cancellations. But more importantly, it gives you access to help when you are vulnerable. One phone call, one approval. No drama. Here's another mistake people make. They buy insurance without reading a single line. They trust big words like comprehensive and full coverage. Those words mean nothing if the details are weak. Always check the medical coverage limit. For the United States, anything under $100,000 is risky. Check emergency room coverage. Check exclusions. If it feels confusing, that's a red flag. Let's be real. Travel insurance is boring. Nobody wants to read policies, but spending 10 minutes reading can save you 10 years of financial stress. This is not fear-mongering. This is reality. You might be thinking, I've traveled before and nothing happened. That's great, but insurance is not for when things go right. It's for when things go wrong. Accidents don't send warnings. Illness doesn't ask for permission. Cheap insurance is designed to look good on ads, not to protect you in emergencies. Real insurance is designed to work when everything falls apart. That's the difference. And let's talk mindset. The goal of travel insurance is not to save money. The goal is to avoid massive loss. Saving $50 on insurance and losing $20,000 on medical bills is not smart. It's painful. Smart travelers don't ask, "What's the cheapest plan?" They ask, "What does this actually cover?" They understand that travel insurance is part of the travel cost, just like flights and hotels. If you're planning a trip to the USA or Europe, don't gamble with your health. Don't assume you'll be fine. Don't trust flashy marketing. Choose coverage that protects your body, your money, and your future. Because at the end of the day, a vacation should give you memories, not debt. Travel smart. Protect yourself, and never let cheap travel insurance ruin your life.